Welcome to Barstool Cinema's New Year's special. We're doing our top 10 movies of 2019. I'm Professor Sage Black.
And I'm Bulleit Blake.
And we're going to just roll right into it because this might be a little bit of a long video.
It might be.
So let's start with your number 10 of the year.
My number 10 is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I was really impressed by this movie.
This movie, honestly, I think I was in 3rd grade. We read it in school.
Yep.
It was good. And I've been looking for a movie for it for a long time, actually. They announced a movie for it like way before this. Never happened. Never happened. Finally, I was watching YouTube one day and boom, the trailer showed up for it and I was like, holy shit, I have to see this movie.
I'm just excited that Guillermo del Toro did it.
Yeah. And he did it fucking justice, man.
Oh,
like your big toe, like give me my toe.
Yeah, the way he did CGI, the artwork of the monsters came right through onto the film. It didn't look bad at all. It looked really good.
So good.
This is a movie where I think even we're picky about effects in a lot of movies because we'll look at a movie like, the effects aren't going to stack up after a year or two. But we walked out of this movie going, there better be a sequel, and it looked gorgeous.
And honestly, the sequel is probably going to happen with how good it did.
And if you are a horror fan and want to introduce your children to horror, this is a great way to get kids introduced to horror without it being too scary.
Yeah, I'd say it's kid safe.
Yes.
I think it's PG-13, but yeah, I mean, check it out.
My number 10, and I'm going to get hell for this because it did not do well. It tanked in the box office, but I believe both of us really enjoyed it. My number 10 is Charlie's Angels.
It was actually really good.
We both enjoyed it. It didn't have a lot of the stuff that people were saying it did, saying it was like a super uber feminist film. While there were feminist ideals in it, it wasn't something that felt like I was being hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Being indoctrinated while we were watching a movie. No, I
right.
didn't feel like that at all.
Yeah.
It was great, actually. And our expectations were fairly low when we went and saw this movie.
Yeah, yeah. We were not expecting anything important or great or...
But it was a surprise.
It was. And I'm about to say something that I never thought I would say for any movie ever.
Kristen Stewart is the best part of the film.
She is. Which isn't surprising for me to say because I love Kristen Stewart.
I am not a Kristen Stewart fan. There's even a couple of scenes that sort of poke at the fact of some of the memes that are done about her. And I thought I didn't want to actually say what the scene was because
no spoilers.
No spoilers. But give it a watch if you don't want. I think it still has like 1 or 2 showings in the theater.
Yeah. I think it is still playing. Yeah.
If you can catch it, I highly recommend going to it. Just remember, it's a popcorn flick. It's something that you just want to turn your brain off for a little while and have a little bit of fun with.
It was good. Check it out.
Number 9.
My number 9 is It Chapter 2.
Strange enough, so was mine.
Well, it's deserving of that spot.
It was. It did
has to be in the top
a great
10.
job. The casting of the children as adults.
Spot on.
All of them
every
were
single
spot
one
on.
of them. I mean, the little trick play they did with the fucking what's the bigger kid's name? Oh, I can't fucking think of his name. In the story, the big kid, when they show him in the future adult world, they show someone who you think is going to be him, and then it's not. It's this other guy, which was great, and I just spoiled it for you if you haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, you're a little late to the party, bro.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, I just watched that because it was just Christmas.
I watch
it every Christmas.
Every Christmas. But no, James McAvoy was phenomenal in this film.
He did
and
great.
So was what's her name?
The girl from Molly's Game. What's her fucking name?
Shit. The alcohol's already kicking in.
Bro.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
There it is. Jessica Chastain. She did phenomenal. Bringing up Molly's Game. If you haven't seen Molly's Game, you should see that one too.
Yeah, that was a surprise hit for us too.
But that was last year.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't that 2018?
I think so, but I don't know.
Either way.
Still, should check it out. We definitely went into that with low expectations and came out giving it a solid rating.
Oh yeah, we both really enjoyed it. Of course, we're both poker players too.
Yes. Big time. Big time poker players.
Speaking of that, I need to... Never mind. That was our number 9. Let's move on to our number 10.
You mean number 8?
Yeah.
You've been drinking.
I'm just going to go ahead and take another drink.
My number 8 is Rocket Man.
It was a good film.
Dude, so fucking... This is biopic greatness right here. Like, as far as biopics go, this one is up there in my list.
It's a phenomenal film.
So fucking good. It's played out so well.
The mesh of reality versus fantasy is just... It's such a fun movie to watch, mostly because that fantasy aspect makes it like a whole nother level of entertaining, because it's like looking in Elton John's mind.
Yeah, because you get two. It's not like Bohemian Rhapsody, which also came out. It's got like the blend. It's like a musical without being a musical, but a biopic. Because like Bohemian Rhapsody just keeps it.
Well,
we play our songs when we play our songs.
Bohemian Rhapsody also 2018.
Yeah, but I'm just recent biopics.
Right, recent biopics.
Same with The Dirt. Like they just sing their songs when they sing their songs. This one incorporated the music into it as a part of the storytelling, which was fucking cool.
It was. If you haven't seen it yet, watch it.
Definitely.
You won't be disappointed, especially if you're an Elton John fan.
Yes, and he's got some of the best hits in the world. It's a great fucking movie.
Yes, one of my favorites, Crocodile Rock. I love Crocodile Rock. The one he did for Princess Di too.
I like Crocodile Rock. Yeah, oh yeah.
Candle in the Wind.
Candle in the Wind.
Anyway, moving on.
Candle in the Wind.
No, don't. My number 8, Avengers Endgame.
Definitely belongs on the list.
Definitely belongs on the list. It's a solid movie. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
It does.
It does. It really does.
It's a conclusive movie.
I'm a little weirded out by the fact that people are pushing for Oscar nominations from this movie.
God damn it.
What do you got? You know what? Let's just change it. Let's just change it and leave the video like this, just for fun.
Okay. God damn it.
Hold on just a moment. Well, I guess I could keep talking about my movie, can't I?
Keep talking about your movie.
I'll keep talking about my movie. Yeah, we'll Avengers Endgame. So, Avengers Endgame. I'm a little weirded out by the fact that they want to push Oscar nominations for this film. I kind of agree with Robert Downey Jr.'s opinion of don't. Just don't.
What happened?
The people trying to push Oscar nominations for Endgame. I think it's too much.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it merits that, but
honestly, I don't know if any real comic book should be outside of like best effects or something like that, because comic book movies, well, I'm not going to say it's not cinema, like what's his name did, who's a douche nozzle. He just did The Irishman on Netflix.
oh,
You know who I'm talking about?
I do.
Anyway, he said it wasn't cinema. And while I don't think it's not cinema, it is Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
Well, my issue isn't his issue. Comic books are very pulpy. They're very sort of... It's like soap opera-ish. And I just don't feel like that style really warrants story Oscars.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I don't think it's not even close to being worthy of fucking Academy Award winning best whatever. But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
Yes. So that's 8. Let's move on to number 7. Now that we've got things fixed.
Fixed up here.
Yeah.
Oh, that totally threw me off, bro.
I know. It's okay. It'll be funny for everybody.
It'll be funny.
Especially if they noticed it while we were filming.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody was like yelling at the camera, "Dude, fix it!"
It happens. It happens. We just leave the shit here and leave it set. So turn it on, never switch it over. It happens.
7.
7 for me is Shazam.
I really liked Shazam. I thought it was a phenomenal movie.
Is there really anything wrong with that movie? It's great. It's, for what it is, it's just a quick Marvel popcorn, not Marvel, DC popcorn movie. Just get in the theater, enjoy yourself for a couple hours, you're good to go. It's,
well, this has also helped build like the recent trifecta of DC movies, because we had Wonder Woman and then Aquaman and Shazam, and they all did really, really well.
And the new Wonder Woman coming out is going to be really fucking good too.
Yep, really looking forward to that one. But we're also getting sequels to Aquaman and Shazam. So, hopefully those turn out all right.
I think the sequel to both of them will be good. I think they rushed Shazam a little bit.
Shazam was your number 7?
It was my number 7.
Yeah, Shazam is my number 7 too.
Shazam is your number... See?
See? Oh, God. Fucking booze.
It's good stuff.
We're all frustrated right now.
That screen really threw me off, bro.
Yeah, well... Get your head back in the game!
In the game!
EA Sports. It's in the game. The drunks.
The drunks. Anyway, don't get sidetracked.
Number 6!
Number 6 for me is 5 Feet Apart. Did you see it?
No.
Yeah, because you didn't go to that one with us. 5 Feet Apart is a great fucking movie. I mean, it's a chick flick, so you gotta be in the mindset to go see a chick flick. But it's good. It tugs at your heart. If you're really into that sappy shit, it's got a lot of that sappy shit in there. A lot of bullshit.
Is that the one about the sick kids?
Yeah, they can't be within 5 feet of each other or whatever. It's good. I was stuck in, kept wanting more. It delivered on everything. It's good.
Which, at this point, it would be a good idea for me to throw in. We did not see all the movies of the year.
Normally we do, but this past year we really had a struggle with it.
Yeah. We usually try to keep up with a lot of the movies. We try to see at least 3 a week. That way we can keep ourselves up to date on stuff. But a lot of things happened this past year, so we didn't see everything. So if there is something that you think should be on the list and we don't recognize it or we haven't seen it or whatever, and you'd like us to do some type of review on it, go ahead and throw it in the comments or something, and we'll be sure to try and keep up with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, my number 6 is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That's where I put it. I put it a little bit higher than he did because...
A lot of it higher. That's a lot.
I think it warranted it.
I mean, I'm not going to argue. It was a good movie. And you haven't seen 5 Feet Apart.
I haven't seen 5 Feet Apart, no.
Not that he would put that on his list anyway.
I probably wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't have.
But that's my number 6. Let's go ahead and move on to number 5. Since we already talked about that.
My number 5 is something else we've already talked about. Avengers Endgame.
I mean...
Nothing really more to add.
Yeah, we don't need to beat that dead horse.
Yeah,
so we can just...
It's good. If you haven't seen that movie, that's obviously one to check out. But I think most people have seen that.
Yes. Which means we can go right into my 5, which is Rocket Man.
Rocket Man!
Which we've already both really discussed.
God damn. I didn't know our list was this fucking... set together.
Maybe we should like sit down and talk to each other before we do this.
Yeah, it's boring.
It is kind of boring. Anyway, that's 5. Let's move on to number 4.
My number 4 is Alita Battle Angel.
I love this movie.
It was so good. From the beginning, you're sucked in. The fucking eyes they did, like, they didn't want him to do the eyes like that. And he was like, I'm going to keep it true to the fucking series and do the eyes like that. And everyone was like, no, don't do that. But then it, like, worked out great. Special effects look great. Christoph Waltz is a fucking boss.
Christoph Waltz does great in everything he does.
Name one bad character by Christoph Waltz.
I can't.
Exactly. Because he's fucking cinema gold.
And the best part of Spectre.
Spectre sucked, though.
He's still the best part.
He's easily the best part because the rest of the movie is garbage.
But yeah, I really dug Alita. But my number 4 is Ford v Ferrari. I'm a big car fan. I like a lot of cars. Fords and Ferraris aren't really my cars. I'm actually more of a Porsche fan. But I love the history of Le Mans. And this does an excellent job of showing sort of a... through rose-tinted glasses how the fight of Le Mans happened between Ford and Ferrari.
Well, they never keep any true stories completely legit.
Yeah.
So
Matt Damon as Carroll Shelby was phenomenal. I think he did a great job with his Texas accent. Christian Bale. Holy crap, Christian Bale. It's rare that I have anything negative to say about Christian Bale.
Well, he delivers.
He always delivers. And he is always like super into. He's definitely method.
Dude, the fucking mechanic. Oh, the mechanic. Fucking shit.
Yeah. But anyway, if you haven't seen Ford v Ferrari yet, it is still in theaters. Try and get in there and give it a watch.
Definitely.
Number 3.
My number 3 is fucking Zombieland Double Tap. Fucking awesome. That movie's so fucking good. I fucking love it. Took 10 years to fucking see it, but goddamn was it fucking good.
You good? Yep, take a drink. Calm. Relax yourself a little bit. Can I talk now?
Have at it.
Okay. It's also my number 3, and I fucking loved that movie.
So fucking good. It was so good.
It is actually about as good as a sequel could get.
Especially with a 10-year gap in the middle, they couldn't have done this movie better with any change whatsoever. It was exactly how it needed to be, exactly how it needed to end, exactly everything. This movie is fucking sequel fucking platinum.
Yeah, I'm so happy it didn't fall prey to the normal sequel rules.
Yeah, because you think 10 years after the fact, it's gonna suck. But when you hear they were gonna get the same fucking actors from the first one and the same fucking characters,
Part of me is a little disappointed by how they got these actors again, because outside of Woody Harrelson, who said he would continue making these until he dies,
yes, he loved the character.
Abigail Breslin, who went up a little bit, but her star dropped. Emma Stone's star,
Deservedly so, though.
yeah.
Abigail Breslin doesn't impress me anymore.
Emma Stone's star dropped a little bit. She's not the
A-lister that she was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with what's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. So I mean, well, the
Because
problem
that was the problem with the sequel original, because they wanted to make one 2 to 3 years later, and all the actors were way too fucking expensive, and the studio wouldn't greenlight it.
yeah, because they all hit it big and they all wanted too much money.
Yep, and Woody Harrelson was down to play because he's a fucking baller.
Which I think, if the show would have been able to get Woody Harrelson in it, I think it would have done a little bit better.
Maybe. I think it needed all 4 of them. That's what the sequel capitalized on, was that all 4 original characters were in it. And the show sucked. Because without Woody Harrelson, do you really have Zombieland?
Yeah. No. I mean, I didn't see anything past the pilot. Did they
do anything past the pilot?
I don't know. But the pilot was terrible. By the way, you can only get the pilot through certain methods. I don't recommend doing it. Moving on to number 2.
My number 2 is John Wick 3, Parabellum.
Also my number 2. I love this movie.
It was real close to being number 1 for me. This movie, dude, Keanu Reeves can do no fucking wrong. He's like Hollywood's icon. Everyone loves Keanu Reeves, and when he wants to play a character, he doesn't play movies he doesn't want to play. It's fucking great.
Yeah, he does everything he wants to do.
And he said he'll keep making these movies till they fucking stop making these movies. Till they fucking done with his story, and I hope they never finish his story, because I'll watch him till the end of fucking time.
I mean, yeah. I'm spilling all over the place.
You're a little boozed up, bro. Want me to help? Chug it. Oh yeah, no shit. Oh, that'll bite you in the ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, yeah, John Wick. I love the movie. I love Keanu and almost everything he does. I even love Keanu's bad movies.
I don't believe Keanu has bad movies.
You know, everybody shits on replicas, though.
I loved replicas.
Just neither of us loved it enough to put another top 10 of the year.
That's... To be fair, there was a lot of good fucking movies this year. I don't even think replicas would make my top 20 of the year.
There's a lot of good movies this year.
Close. Maybe 19.
But there's also been a lot of stinkers.
There's been a lot of shit fucking movies out.
But that's our number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to number 1.
Number 1. For me, the best movie of the year, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I never finished this movie.
I went and saw this in theaters and fucking hated it. Like I was hate fucking this movie to everybody who would listen. I fucking did not like it at all. It was Quentin Tarantino's like biggest piece of cinematic garbage that he'd ever made. And fucking couldn't stand it. But then I wanted to, like, I was at home, my friend wanted to watch it, so we watched it again. Because I own every Quentin Tarantino movie. And we watched it.
He does. It's on a shelf. It's like a shrine.
Quentin Tarantino's fucking amazing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which, at the time of seeing it initially, I fucking hated it. I mean, I didn't. It had like one redeeming part of this movie, which was the climax. Made the movie. I was like, okay, that made it worth sitting here for this long a time. After that, walking out, I was like, I'll never watch that movie again. But I watched it with a friend again. Oh my god, it was all right. I was like, dude.
And much like the movie, I'm falling asleep right now.
Oh, fuck you, you piece of fucking cock goblin shit.
I can't even finish this movie. It's so...
If you don't get to the end, you don't have the fucking climax that I'm talking about. This movie is so fucking good, it's not even close to the bottom spot for me. I've watched it 7 times now at home. Like, well, 5 times at home. Since it fucking came out. It's fucking awesome. The ending alone, like I've watched that, I'll watch the fucking climax, then rewind and watch it again. It's so good. And the build up to it, I hated at first, but now once I've seen it once and know that it's coming, then it's like, ooh, dude, this is the shit right here. Building it up, building it up, building it up. Fucking awesome. Check it out. You'll love it. I love it. If you don't love it, you're not a Quentin Tarantino fan.
Well, you know, I really don't consider myself a Tarantino fan.
I consider myself a Tarantino fan to the umpteenth degree.
Because there's only a couple of his movies that I really like Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is great.
Django, Kill Bill 1 and 2. That's about it.
That's a list all in of itself. You'll see our fucking top Quentin Tarantino someday.
Probably won't be much of a list from me. Anyway, my number 1 is Alita Battle Angel. And I didn't talk about it too much when he went into it because I wanted to actually really get into it like his number 1. So I loved this movie. I've watched the short anime. I think it's only like 45 minutes long. I've read some of the manga. I really dig it. The only downside to this movie is that they could have split it up into 2 movies. The fact that they pushed together her being a hunter and then her being in the sports league. So they could have separated that into 2 movies and then done a 3rd movie. You're completely clueless right now. Doesn't matter. It's my fucking turn to talk.
Alita's on the fucking list of my list too, bitch!
This special effects were phenomenal. Robert Rodriguez did a great job directing. Just
him and Tarantino are my 2 favorite directors, so
give it a watch. I don't know if we're gonna get a sequel. There's not been any release statements about it that I can find yet. It's not in theater anymore, so go buy the movie. Robert Rodriguez is a phenomenal director in this movie.
So good.
I like a lot of Robert Rodriguez movies. Even his kid films I really enjoy.
I don't get into those so much, but Desperado is in my top 5 movies of all time.
It's a good movie. But the effects were done brilliantly. If it's not in theaters anymore, so you're going to have to go buy it to try and make sure that we get a sequel. The more money it makes, the more chance of a sequel that we get.
Yeah, agreed. And I want a sequel to that movie really bad. So it's on you, YouTube!
Buy the movie.
Watch the movie! Tell your friends to buy the movie.
And tell them to watch the movie.
Everyone needs to... I really want a sequel to this movie. I'll be really disappointed if we don't get one.
So will I. But those are our top 10s of the year, which some overlap, some differences. Go ahead and throw a like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to, why don't you show us in the comments what some of your favorite movies of the year have been?
Please do that. I would love to see what other people think about this year's cinema selection.
Anyway, that's it for us right now. We'll see you guys later. Wait, no, that's not it.
It's not.
We've got another special New Year's video coming out tomorrow that we're going to do the
Trash 10.
The Trash 10 movies, because apparently we have to go for alliteration.
There was a lot of shit fucking movies out this year. Trash 10, top 10. Trash sounds good.
I'm just trying to get the word alliteration.
Alliteration.
Yeah,
alliteration.
Trying to get that word out. Too much bourbon. Anyway, so pay attention for that tomorrow. Now we'll say see you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.